Recording? Yes. Recording? Yes. Okay, then we're starting now. This episode of Penn Point is brought to you by Squarespace. But I want to talk about my friend Emory. I was talking to him. He's kind of, sort of, like ish libertarian, and he's kind of like anti-war peacenik, and he's hardcore atheist. And the reason I mentioned Emory, besides having a very cool name, same first name and last name, and that's his real name, just like Penn Jillette is my real name. He also was the editor on one of the editors. Paul Provenza edited The Aristocrats. The Aristocrats, my movie that I did with Provenza and Emory. I say my movie. It's our movie. And even saying our movie, I'm distorting a little bit because really Emory did great work. That light just flickered. Emory did great work, but I mean, The Aristocrats is really the genius of Paul Provenza, and Emory did a lot, and then I went along for the ride. But he did wonderful editing on that. And Emory is kind of, sort of atheist, absolutely atheist, libertarian, and but he was all for this healthcare thing. So I was talking to him the other day, chatting on the computer. So we're actually typing to each other like junior high girls. And what I mean by that was not that junior high girls type to each other. What I meant by that is Emory and I were both had our hair up in ponytails. We were wearing short, very sexy skirts. And he was talking about healthcare. And I was trying to explain to him the libertarian position on Obama. No, I wasn't trying to explain the libertarian position on Obama. I was trying to explain to him my position on Obama. The light's on! My position on Obama. Oh, at least some of the lights are on. Boy, that's odd, isn't it? I was trying to explain to him my position on Obama. And it's very simply, this is the way I think I would try to explain Obama, my feelings about Obama and government to a liberal. Let's start with a few givens. Obama is completely right about everything. He is 100% a good man, and he has complete knowledge of every single thing in the world, and he knows what's best for not only the country, but every single individual. He has never done anything wrong. His heart and his mind are in the right place, and he's the smartest person, not that has ever been in the White House, but the smartest person who has ever existed. Let's start with that, okay? Let's start with that. And let's start with the fact that he will never be corrupted, and everything he does will be 100% right. That's what we're saying about Obama, okay? So go ahead! Call me racist now, okay? This is my position. Obama is completely, and I'm not even very far from this position. I'm taking it hypothetically, but I'm not even very far from it in reality. He's a really smart guy, he's a really good guy, and his heart is definitely in the right place. Now let's go back to what I think, and this is only me, I'm not speaking for anyone else, is the theory behind the United States of America. This is what I would say to Obama. I would say, sir, Mr. President. And remember, George Washington could have been called Your Excellency. He could have been called Your Highness. It seems from what I've read that people kind of sort of wanted him to be called Your Highness or Your Excellency. But he didn't. He said Mr. President. And to my reading of history, which is only my reading of history, asking to be called Mr. President is a little bit like saying, why don't you call me dude? Why don't you say, hey dude? I mean, it was so much lower level than people expected, okay? So, Mr. President Obama, we trust you completely. We think you're a great speaker. We think you're a great leader. We believe that you have our welfare in mind. We believe that everything you do is right. But, sir, with all due respect, even if you live out all your terms, even if you do 2 terms as president, and then we change the bylaws. You can go longer. So everything you do is right. There is a chance somewhere down the line, some president after you will not be quite as good as you, not quite as pure. I mean, those people who loved Bush, eventually Bush went away. Those people who loved Clinton, eventually Clinton went away. Eventually Obama will no longer be president. And yet when he increases the scope of presidential power and makes the government bigger and takes huge percentages of all the money that we have and turns them into health care and all sorts of other social services, at some point, someone else will be running the ship. Someone that possibly, just possibly, someone who voted for Obama does not agree with. So when you let the president go to war without declaring war, when you let him take money and kill people, even if Obama is killing all people you want killed, even if he's just cleaning up the mess that Bush created, even if everything he does is completely right, that power will last longer than Obama does. And eventually there'll be someone else. So please, if you're a liberal, if you love Obama, if you love everything about him, please continue to love him. How wonderful for you. How great that you have the perfect president. But please try to remember when Obama comes to you and says, we're going to take more money from people and make the government bigger, and we're going to take more presidential power, and we are going to go to war without Congress, and we're going to make all these decisions, and we're going to trash talk with the Supreme Court. Please try to remember, it's unlikely to be Obama forever. Even if Obama outlives you, okay? Even if he stays president the whole rest of your life, even if you're hit by a truck this afternoon, someone else will eventually take over Obama's position. And giving the politician the power, giving the president the power is what's wrong. It's not the man that's wrong, it's the power that's wrong. It's not that Obama doesn't care about health care and want to help everybody. It's not even that his system of health care isn't perfect. It's at the fact that somebody else at some point will have control of that money. And we learn from Social Security that money that we pay into something doesn't get used for the same thing. The government takes Social Security money and uses it for other stuff. So the money that you spend in your taxes that you voted for to give health care to other people who need it and deserve it and desire it and want it, that money will be used to kill people overseas. It'll be used to do things you don't like. I guarantee you, no matter how much you love the government, it's doing something you don't like. And someone else will come along and they will have all the power and all the money that you gave to Obama, the perfect president. And they might be less good than Obama, and they might do bad things with that. So the thing I'm saying, and all I'm saying, is nothing against Obama. I am talking against the power. Please consider leaving it to the individuals, sir. And oh, by the way, Mr. President, Mr. Obama, you get to give us the logs to everyone that comes to the White House. You know why? Because it's our fucking White House. We own it. You're working for us. We're not working for you. When John F. Kennedy said, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country, that was bullshit. Fucking bullshit. We do not exist for the country exists for us. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask not what you can do for your country. Ask how you can keep the power for the individuals, people like us, because we have the power. Of the people, by the people, for the people, to the people, above the people, below the people. All that matters is people. The government means nothing. So please, Keep the government small even when your guy is in power, because your guy isn't going to be in power forever. That's all Penn's Point is for right now. Got it? And this episode of Penn Point is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is a publishing system for anyone looking to build a blog, portfolio, or any kind of website. To put it in layman's terms, because that's what sometimes Rev3 thinks you are. They think you're lay people. To put it in lay people's terms, Squarespace, I say lay people's terms because they have layman's there. We don't want gender-specific language here at Rev3. To put it in layperson's terms, Squarespace is the tool that allows you, your mom, anyone. It's also a little disrespect for your mom. You, your mom, anyone. Like your mom's the stupidest person in the world. My mom sure wasn't. Okay, you, your mom, anyone to build a website that has the same functions found on some of the coolest whiz-bang pages on the web. Whiz-bang? Okay. Already have a site, but you want to make it easier to use? No problem. Their newly launched Site Importer tool makes it extremely easy to move sites from other environments to Squarespace. They even have a ton of new social widgets, so no one will forget about your Twitter. We want people to remember your Twitter, don't we? As a Penn Point viewer, you can use the code PENN to get 10% off the life of your order. Go to squarespace.com to get started. 10% off the life of your order after 10 lifetimes adds up to 100%. And it's one small group of mentally ill people, whatever that parents' council on television is, who get together letter writing campaigns, and the fucking government is too fucking stupid to realize that when all your complaints are written in crayon, you should throw them away.